மியூசிக் ப்ளே பண்ணுறேன்.
சரி. Hello, check. Check.
$1,900 plus faculty members.
190 plus 40.
An institute with 4 extensive eco-friendly campuses at Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, Andhra Pradesh and Bhopal.
Here diversity is at its finest level with more than 38,000 students from more than 50 countries.
1,900 plus faculty members.
190 plus foreign lecturing professors and 82 programs.
700 plus companies for placements.
6,200 plus offers.
Entered Limca Book of Records for the 8th time for the highest number of offers from a single institution.
The first Indian institution to receive a QS 4-star rating overall and 5-star rating in 5 different categories.
250
50 plus international partners.
Awarded #1 position among private institutions.
Given A grade by NAC MHRD.
Received the Arya Awards 2019 by Government of India.
There are 53 chapters and 82 clubs.
This is the Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT, a place to learn, a chance to grow.
Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT, a landmark on the map of the nation for quality education, research-based activities, and empowerment of the future generation for a promising tomorrow. VIT campuses Welcome to VIT.
VIT is an ever-growing institution. We are 35 years old and we have 46,000 students in 4 campuses: Vellore, Chennai, Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh, and Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. This year we are happy to inform the public and the students that we have been selected one among the 10 private institutions as an institution of eminence, where 10 government and 10 private have been selected by Government of India to become world-class universities. We are already leading in research. In 2019, VIT has been adjudged as the best institution in innovation, and we have been given an award by the President of India. For the last 5 years, we are leading in the publications and we are the leaders in placement in the country. We are not only concerned with our students' academic performance, and we want their future also to be safe and flourishing. We follow them, we help them even after leaving the institution. I welcome the students of India to come and join VIT for a good academic record and also safe future.
Few decisions we take aim towards success and excellence. Joining VIT was one such decision for me, with the vast experiences gained have helped me in seeking new and challenging directions.
VIT is a place where creative thinking is contagious, a place where ideas inspire change.
You walk into an atmosphere where the students have excelled academically. The atmosphere is so vibrant and encouraging that it stretches you to go for more.
VIT has inculcated innovative and globally recognized teaching methods, which makes us believe that we can achieve our dreams if we have the courage to pursue them.
VIT constantly motivates and nurtures its students towards a fulfilling learning experience.
Brilliantly structured courses offered at VIT have given a new direction to my passion for engineering. VIT has taught me skills and techniques that have instilled in me a desire to grow, learn, and excel in the journey called life.
What I enjoy the most in VIT is its diversity. It's truly an international community with varied mix of students. I feel privileged being here.
VIT Flagship Engineering Institute has been consistently ranked among the best engineering institute of the nation, making it one of the most preferred engineering destinations for students of the nation. Research is the base for a distinguished educational institution. At VIT, research activities are encouraged round the clock at research centers, with paper publications in reputed international and national journals.
Classes at VIT are fun and interactive. A lot of our teachers encourage us to ask questions in the class and clear all our doubts. We also follow the PBL system, which is a project-based learning, which helps us to take more interest in the subject. We really love going to our classes.
A complete choice-based credit system allows the students to choose their own faculties, subjects, and even schedule here at VIT. This delights the students and provides a sense of responsibility.
VIT School of Law is one of the leading law schools of the nation that is dedicated to honing and producing tomorrow's lawyers and law practitioners. The unique moot court concepts prepare today's aspiring lawyers for tomorrow's challenges. The School of Architecture at VIT is one of the fastest emerging architecture schools. Culture of excellence, world-class infrastructure, meticulously planned and designed curriculum all go a long way in putting an indelible, positive and professional impression on the young aspirants of the architectural discipline. VIT School of Catering and Hotel Management is a state-of-the-art learning facility for dedicated aspirants of the culinary art. Learn to be a master of gratifying taste buds, serving delicacies from around the globe. Tantalizing delicacies that delight, and take your art to be reckoned among the world's best. VIT School of Agricultural Innovations and Advanced Learning is engaged in agricultural education, research and extension. Activities of the school revolve around teaching in agriculture, training of students, organizing farmers training programs, outreach and field programs for the farmers, as well as research in agricultural and allied sectors on a techno-commercial scale. Great residential facilities are made available at the campus through spacious, well-furnished rooms, hostels that are well-equipped with modern amenities like supermarket in the vicinity, food court providing delicacies, make life much easier and better. State-of-the-art gymnasium, extracurricular activities, huge sports arena, all affording an opportunity for holistic development of the students.
VIT is indeed the road to success for every student who wants to achieve his dreams in future. I always wanted to work in one of the best multinational companies, and VIT helped me achieve my goals. It is the door to the best of corporate companies and the start of bright future.
If passion, focus and innovation describe the right academia, then VIT is the place to pursue your education.
Come to a place where you will be transformed to be your best self. Experience education that excels and elevates you to greater heights and helps you to own your dreams here at VIT.
Institute of Technology, a place to learn, a chance to grow.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, you are on mute. Mute. Ma'am, you are on mute, ma'am.
நம்ம இது வரல மியூட் இருக்கா மியூட்ல இருக்கா
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, you are on mute. Okay, ma'am.
காதம்பரி சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் எப்போ வராங்கம்மா காதம்பரி ஓகே எவ்வளவு பேர் வந்திருக்காங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் காதம்பரி எவ்வளவு பேர் வந்திருக்காங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த அதுதான் பிரசிடென்டா இந்த மயில் வச்சிருக்கேன் அப்படிதான் தோணுது ப்ரொஃபஸர் போல டாக்டர் சிவபிரகாஷ் பிரசிடென்டா மயில் வச்சிருக்கேன்
an institute with 4 extensive eco-friendly campuses at Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, Andhra Pradesh and Bhopal.
Here, diversity is at its finest level, with more than 38,000 students from more than 50 countries.
1,900 plus faculty members.
190 plus foreign lecturing professors and 82 programs. 700 plus companies for placements.
6,200 plus offers.
Entered Limca Book of Records for the 8th time for the highest number of offers from a single institution.
The first Indian institution to receive a QS 4-star rating overall and 5-star rating in 5 different categories.
250 plus international partners.
Awarded #1 position among private institutions.
Given A grade by NAC MHRD.
Received the Arya Awards 2019 by Government of India.
There are 53 chapters and 82 clubs.
This is the Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT, a place to learn, a chance to grow.
Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT, a landmark on the map of the nation for quality education, research-based activities, and empowerment of the future generation for a promising tomorrow. VIT campuses are a mark of complete educational solutions in a world-class academic environment. An institute, a knowledge city that gives you a peek into your glorious future. Welcome to VIT.
VIT is an ever-growing institution. We are 35 years old and we have 46,000 students in 4 campuses: Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, Andhra Pradesh and Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. This year we are happy to inform the public and the students that we have been selected one among the 10 private institutions as an institution of eminence, where 10 government and 10 private have been selected by Government of India to become world-class universities. We are already leading in research. In 2019, VIT has been adjudged as the best institution in innovation, and we have been given award by the President of India. For the last 5 years, we are leading in the publications and we are the leaders in placement in the country. We are not only concerned with our students' academic performance, and we want their future also to be safe and flourishing. We follow them, we help them even after leaving the institution. I welcome the students of India to come and join VIT for a good academic record and also safe future.
Few decisions we take aim towards success and excellence. Joining VIT was one such decision for me, with the vast experiences gained have helped me in seeking new and challenging directions.
VIT is a place where creative thinking is contagious, a place where ideas inspire change.
You walk into an atmosphere where the students have excelled academically. The atmosphere is so vibrant and encouraging that it stretches you to go for more.
VIT has inculcated innovative and globally recognized teaching methods, which makes us believe that we can achieve our dreams if we have the courage to pursue them.
VIT constantly motivates and nurtures its students towards a fulfilling learning experience.
Brilliantly structured courses offered at VIT have given a new direction to my passion for engineering. VIT has taught me skills and techniques that have instilled in me a desire to grow, learn, and excel in the journey called life.
What I enjoy the most in VIT is its diversity. It's truly an international community with varied mix of students. I feel privileged being here.
VIT Flagship Engineering Institute has been consistently ranked among the best engineering institute of the nation, making it one of the most preferred engineering destinations for students of the nation. Research is the base for a distinguished educational institution. At VIT, research activities are encouraged round the clock at research centers with paper publications in reputed international and national journals.
Classes at VIT are fun and interactive. A lot of our teachers encourage us to ask questions in the class and clear all our doubts. We also follow the PBL system, which is a project-based learning, which helps us to take more interest in the subject. We really love going to our classes.
A complete choice-based credit system allows the students to choose their own faculties, subjects, and even schedule here at VIT. This delights the students and provides a sense of responsibility.
VIT School of Law is one of the leading law schools of the nation that is dedicated to honing and producing tomorrow's lawyers and law practitioners. The unique moot court concepts prepare today's aspiring lawyers for tomorrow's challenges. The School of Architecture at VIT is one of the fastest emerging architecture schools. Culture of excellence, world-class infrastructure, meticulously planned and designed curriculum all go a long way in putting an indelible, positive and professional impression on the young aspirants of the architectural discipline. VIT School of Catering and Hotel Management is a state-of-the-art learning facility for dedicated aspirants of the culinary art. Learn to be a master of gratifying taste buds, serving delicacies from around the globe. Tantalizing delicacies that delight, and take your art to be reckoned among the world's best. VIT School of Agricultural Innovations and Advanced Learning is engaged in agricultural education, research and extension. Core activities of the school revolve around teaching in agriculture, training of students, organizing farmers training programs, outreach and field programs for the farmers, as well as research in agricultural and allied sectors on a techno-commercial scale. Great residential facilities are made available at the campus through spacious, well-furnished rooms, hostels that are well-equipped with modern amenities like supermarket in the vicinity, food court providing delicacies, make life much easier and better. State-of-the-art gymnasium, extracurricular activities, huge sports arena, all affording an opportunity for holistic development of the students.
VIT is indeed the road to success for every student who wants to achieve his dreams in future. I always wanted to work in one of the best multinational companies, and VIT helped me achieve my goals. It is the door to the best of corporate companies and the start of bright future.
If passion, focus and innovation describe the right academia, then VIT is the place to pursue your education.
Come to a place where you'll be transformed to be your best self. Experience education that excels and elevates you to greater heights and helps you to own your dreams here at VIT.
A very good evening to one and all present here. Can I request all of you to rise up for invocation?
Sirarum
அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பி எங்கு செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. Please be seated. I call now Dr. Siva Prakash, our senior alumni in Madurai, from the BE ECE 1998-88 batch passed out, to welcome the gathering.
First of all, I thank the opportunity given for me to give the welcome address. On behalf of VIT and VIT Alumni Association, I glad to welcome each and everybody. I welcome Honorable Minister of Finance and Human Resources Management, Government of Tamil Nadu, Sri Dr. PTR Palanivel Thiaragan sir. Welcome you, sir. I welcome beloved Vice Chancellor Dr. G. Viswanathan sir. He is joining online with us, even with us difficult circumstances. Then I welcome respected Vice President Mr. Shankar Viswanathan sir. Welcome, sir. I welcome respected and dynamic Assistant Vice President Ms. Kadambari S. Viswanathan. Welcome, madam. I welcome respected Madam Mrs. Shankar Viswanathan. Welcome, madam. I welcome VITAA Core Committee member Mr. Ajay S., MBA 1996 batch. Welcome, sir. I welcome VITAA Central Office Bearer Mrs. Mutalagi BE ECE 1990 batch. Welcome, madam. I welcome Ms. Meenakshi, Senior Alumni, MTech Telecom 2004 batch. Welcome, ma'am. I welcome press and media, and I welcome our fellow alumni members from Madurai and from other parts of Tamil Nadu and other state, and their family members and friends. I welcome you all for this alumni function. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Siva Prakash. I now request our young and dynamic Assistant Vice President, Ms. Kadambari S. Vishwanathan, to felicitate our alumni in the Madurai chapter. Ma'am.
Respected Chief Guest of today's event, Honorable Minister for Finance and Human Resources, Dr. Palanivel Thiaragan sir, beloved Chancellor, who is joining us online, Vice President, Director Alumni Affairs, Core Committee members of VITAA, and fellow alumni, a warm good evening to all of you. Anivarakum Vanakkam. This is a great honor for me to be here because first and foremost, the biggest identity for me is being a pass out of VIT. So usually the introductions happen, so I want to introduce myself first. Kadambari Vishwanathan, 2010 Biotechnology batch. A very warm welcome to the alumni of VIT. It is yet another milestone. This is our 56th chapter, and one of the first offline gatherings we are having after a very, very long time. So it's been something that all of us have been looking forward to. And another milestone is this is the first event we are having after crossing the 1 lakh mark. We now have a registered alumni of 1 lakh across 84 countries throughout the world, and we are connected through 55 chapters, 36 international and 19 domestic chapters. To those of you who are new to the VIT Alumni Association, you all know that we started off with our trademark event on Jan 26, which was called the VITAA Day. We had the annual celebrations. Slowly we started having local chapters in Vellore, Chennai, Bangalore and neighbor cities. And our first broad chapter was Singapore, and then there was no stopping behind. And one of our most vibrant chapters now is in the North American chapter. We have totally 14 chapters in different parts of US and Canada, and we also now have expanded into having international conclaves. We first had one in New York, and just before the lockdown, few months before the lockdown, we had one in Dubai, which was covering the entire Gulf region. We don't merely act as a social platform for alumni to engage, but there has been rich contribution from the side of the alumni through guest lectures, webinars, training programs, hiring our students for internships and company placements. Of course, lateral hiring. In 2010, after the recession hit very badly in North America and Europe, we conducted a placement drive, lateral placement drive in UK, and we had placements for about 26 people in our alumni network in the UK region. So it's a very vibrant association, and the cornerstone of our support is our Chancellor, who is also a very proud alum of Loyola. So he heads the Alumni Association in Loyola, and he's always wanted to have this association as not just a meeting point for all of us, but as a coming home back for all of you, and as to create the nostalgia. In Tamil Nadu, now this will be our 4th chapter in Tamil Nadu, and I'm so happy that it is happening in one of my favorite cities. I'm so happy to be back in Madurai after a long time. Just 1 week before the lockdown, I had come and visited Meenakshi Amman temple and gone back after my birthday. So I'm now traveling out only for this after that. So so glad that all of you could make it. And coming to our chief guest of today's event, he was the only person that we all had in mind when we decided that we were to have this event. And sir is an inspiration for the young generation. Sir, I'm an avid YouTube watcher, sir, of your channel and all your videos. He makes something like finance, which is so boring in classroom, very interesting, and something that reaches the common person. Thank you for inspiring us, sir. In these days, it's very hard to find politicians that inspire you. So great that you're doing it on behalf of all of us and inspiring the next generation of leaders. Thank you, everyone. I hope to listen and hear from Chancellor sir and our chief guest. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that informative speech. A lot of information has been transferred, and she has completely given us the database of our alumni network, and it's been doing wonderful. Thank you, ma'am, once again. I request our Vice President, Mr. Shankar Vishwanathan, sir, to announce the office bearers of the VITAA Madurai chapter, VITAA Madurai chapter.
Good evening, Malay Vanakkam. Today I am announced the office bearer of the Madurai chapter for the period of November 21 to November 23. President Dr. Shiva Prakasham, B. Electronics, 1988 batch, and Professor from KLN University.
Wait. I request our chief guest to give them the badges, and I request our Vice President to hand over the orders also to the office bearers. Dr. Siva Prakash is the president of the VITAA Madurai chapter. He is from BE ECE 1988 batch, the very first batch of VEC. Mr. Chokalingam is a BE passed out in 1989, the second batch of VEC, who is the vice president of the VITAA Madurai chapter. We have two more officials who, due to unavoidable circumstances, are not being able to be here. One is Mr. Sudhakaran from 1989 Civil Engineering passed out, and Ms. Jayalalitha, who is 2010 MTech Biotechnology passed out. I now request our Vice President to felicitate the gathering.
இன்று மதுரை விஐடி சாப்டர் சார்பாக 20வது சாப்டர் ஓபன் திறக்கப்படுகிறது. மாண்புமிகு நிதி அமைச்சர் அவர்களே, அசிஸ்டன்ட் வைஸ் பிரசிடென்ட் காதம்பரி அவர்களே, முன்னாள் மாணவர் தலைவர் மதுரை சாப்டர் மிஸ்டர் டாக்டர் சிவபிரகாசம், மிஸ்டர் சுதாகர், மிஸ்டர் சொக்கலிங்கம் அண்ட் டாக்டர் ஜெயலலிதா, மற்ற ஊரில் வந்திருக்கும் திருச்சி, காரைக்குடி, திருநெல்வேலி முன்னாள் மாணவர்களே வருக நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அவங்களுக்கு சென்னையில் வந்திருக்கும் முத்தையா அவர்களுக்கும் வருக சொல்லுகிறேன். மற்றும் வேலூரிலிருந்து அஜய் வந்திருக்கிறார். இன்று திறப்புமிக்க முக்கியமான கூட்டமாகும். அதுவும் நிதியமைச்சர் வந்துகிறார், உள்ளூர் கதாநாயகர். அவர் கதாநாயகர் மட்டும் இல்ல, பாரம்பரிய குடும்பத்தை சேர்ந்த ஒரு அரசியல் பாரம்பரியம். 1936 மக்கள் சேவை செய்கிறார்கள். அவர் தாத்தா அந்த காலத்திலே 1936 முதலமைச்சராக இருந்திருக்கிறார். அவர் தந்தையார் பல வருடமாக அமைச்சராக இருந்திருக்கிறார். இவர் அயல்நாட்டில் நிறைய சம்பாதிச்சுட்டு இன்னைக்கு மக்கள் சேவை செய்யணும் வந்திருக்கிறார். எனக்கும் அண்ணனா கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு மாதம் தான் பெரியவர். இந்த மதுரை சாப்டருக்கு ஒன்று சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு வருடமும் பெஸ்ட் சாப்டர் கொடுக்குறோம், டொமஸ்டிக்கு இன்டர்நேஷ்னல். டொமஸ்டிக்கு நீங்கள் செய்ய வேண்டியது ஒன்றும் இல்லை, சேவை செய்யணும். ஒன்று அரசாங்க பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்கு இலவச நோட் புக் கொடுக்குது, அல்லது இலவச கம்ப்யூட்டர் ட்ரைனிங் கோச் கொடுக்குது, அல்லது முகாம் நடத்துறது. எங்கேயாவது கிராமம் இப்போ திருவிழா நடக்குதுன்னா கூட ஒரு வாட்டர் பூத்னு வச்சுட்டு தண்ணி கொடுக்குது, இலவச குடிநீரோ அல்லது கஞ்சி குடிக்கிறதோ ஏதோ ஒன்று கொடுக்கலாம். அதுவும் ஒரு சேவை தான். ஐயா இருக்கிறாரு நிதியமைச்சர், அவருக்கும் கவர்மெண்ட்ல ஹெல்ப் பண்ண கூட ஒன்று ஏதாவது நம்ம கவர்மெண்டோட ரெண்டு ஜாயிண்ட் ப்ரோக்ராமு நடத்தலாம். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு நிறைய சேவை செய்யறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது. பெஸ்ட் சாப்டர் வர்றதுக்கு அவார்டு. இது இல்லாமல் நீங்கள் இங்கிருந்து இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு ஆன்லைனில் கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர் கொடுக்கலாம். உங்கள் அனுபவங்கள் எல்லாம் கொடுக்கலாம். கொடுத்தா அதுக்கும் உங்களுக்கு மார்க் உண்டு. பெஸ்ட் சாப்டர் வருது. இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜனவரி 26 வருது. அதுக்குள்ளே முடிந்த அந்த 2 மாதத்தில் நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ செய்ய முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ செய்யுங்க. உங்களுக்கு பெஸ்ட் டொமஸ்டிக் சாப்டர் கிடைக்க என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you very much, sir. So, sir has shared very important information for the chapter. The chapter has to now start acting, and we encourage you to conduct a lot of events, and we are there always at the VIT Velo campus as an alumni office set up to encourage and support you in all your events and happenings. So feel free to anytime contact us. I now call Mr. Ajay from the MBA batch 1996 passed out, the core committee member of VITAA, to introduce our honorable chief guest.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, sir, and good evening, everybody. Shri Dr. PTR Palnivel Tyagarajan was born in Chokkikulam, Madurai. He is the son of a veteran politician and DMK member, late Mr. PTR Palnivel Rajan and Mrs. Rukmani. His grandfather, Mr. PT Rajan, was the Chief Minister of Madras Presidency in the year 1936 and also the last President of Justice Party. Dr. PTR Palnivel Rajan sir graduated with a degree in chemical engineering from NIT Trichy and then did his master's in financial management from MIT Sloan School of Management. He was bestowed upon a PhD in human factors engineering psychology by the State University of New York. He began his career in 1990 as an independent consultant in operations and systems improvement. In 2001, he joined Lehman Brothers Holdings as trader and co-portfolio manager. He then worked for Standard Chartered Bank, Singapore, in the Global Capital Markets Division as Managing Director, Financial Markets Sales. In the year 2016, he made his political entry and he was elected as a member of Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly from the Madurai Central Constituency representing the DMK party. In the year 2021, Dr. PTR Palnivel Tyagarajan sir has been appointed as the Honorable Minister of Finance and Human Resources Management in Sri M.K. Stalin-led government in Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. On behalf of VITAA, we thank you for accepting our invitation to inaugurate our VITAA Madurai chapter. And I also join Ms. AVP Madam, because even I am a great fan of PTR sir, and I really admire his channels, YouTube channels. Thank you very much, sir. And we hope to see you on the national circuit, sir. Thank you.
I now request Shri Dr. PTR Palnivel Tyagarajan sir to declare open the VITAA Madurai chapter. So you can just read this out so that we can open it.
Thank you. I declare the VIT Alumni Association VITAA Madurai chapter open.
I now call the new office bearers of the VITAA Madurai chapter, Dr. Siva Prakash and Mr. Chokkalingam Subramaniam, to accept and deliver a speech.
I am very happy to get this post of President for this alumni chapter, Madurai. Actually, I completed my BE degree in Vellore Engineering College. Now it is named as VIT. In the year 88, that's the first batch. So at that time, we were in Abdullapuram campus, surrounded by the fields and other things. We enjoyed a lot. The third year, we shifted to the new campus, whatever now we have in the VIT. So it was a very nice time to learn the things in the VIT campus. We learned so many things and we came up to this point. And after that, I completed my ME degree in Alakappa Chettiar College, Karaikudi. Then completed my PhD in Anna University and working as professor in KLN College of Engineering, Madurai. So we'll be doing, as Sir told, we'll be doing the service to the people in the Madurai in different forms in near future. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My name is Chokkalingam. I completed my BE Mechanical Engineering in the year 1989. I am really proud to be a VITAN. Good evening to one and all present here. I am really happy to welcome you all to VIT Alumni Association, Madurai. VIT is one of the best things that happened in my life, and I am honored to be a part of this VITAA chapter. I work with you all, and I thank you very much for you. Thank you.
Dear ones, our beloved Chancellor was the first person who was very much enthusiastic when we started talking about the initiation of the Madurai VITAA chapter, and he was so interested in joining us all here, and he was the one who directed us to have a physical chapter inauguration set up also. But due to unfortunate situations and circumstances, he is joining us online today, and he is ready there at the VIT campus Vello to deliver the presidential address. Chancellor Sir, good evening, and I really take it an honor and privilege to welcome you to this gathering and also request you to share the presidential address to our alumni in Madurai. Sir? At the VIT campus Vello to deliver the presidential address. Chancellor Sir, privilege to welcome you to this gathering and also request you to share the presidential address to our alumni in Madurai. Sir, and the VIT campus Vello to deliver the presidential address.
கேக்குதா? Is it audible? அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Our chief guest of today, Dr. Prannivel Thiagarajan, Minister of Finance, Government of Tamil Nadu. Shankar Viswanathan, Vice President. Ms. Kadambari S. Viswanathan, Assistant Vice President, VIT. The President of the Madurai chapter, Dr. Siva Prakash. Vice President, Mr. Chokalingam. Dr. Elizabeth Rufus, the Director of the VIT Alumni Affairs. Dr. Kanish, Assistant Deputy Director. Muttaragi, Vice Chairperson of the VIT Alumni Association. Mr. Ajay, Member of the core group. Mrs. Meenakshi, other members of the VIT family. Very good evening to you. I am so happy that today Dr. Prannivel Thiagarajan has opened the chapter in the cultural capital of Tamil Nadu. I have been always an admirer of Madurai because that's the only city which enjoys fame for more than 2,000 years. I have studied, I have read in history that Megasthenes visited Madurai somewhere around 2000 or even before that. That's the kind of fame Madurai enjoys, and it is always called Tunga Nagaram. A city never sleeps. That's the name given to Madurai, the capital of Pandyas for a long time. Probably that's the only city which had international trade with Greece and Rome more than 2,000 years ago. And the Pandya kings sent their emissaries to Augustus when he was the ruler. This is the kind of history we have, and always Tamil means it is Madurai. Tamil nale Madurai da. It is the capital of not only Pandyas, it's the capital of Tamil language, because the Sangam literature, உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் 3 சங்கம் லிட்டரேச்சர் இருந்தது. முதல் சங்கம், இடைச்சங்கம், கடைச்சங்கம். கடைச்சங்கம் was in Madurai. முதல் சங்கம் தென் மதுரை, இரண்டாவது சங்கம் கபாடபுரம், அதெல்லாம் கடல்ல போயிடுது. The மூன்றாம் தமிழ்ச்சங்கம், third Tamil Sangam, was in Madurai about 2,000 years ago, which produced a lot of Tamil literature. And so it is the capital of Tamil language. Not only that, the original Dravidian movement started in Madurai. In the 4th and 5th centuries, there was rule of Kalabras, the Kalapirarachi Tamil Solram. At the time, Jainism and Buddhism were dominating, and there was a saint from Jain called Vajranandi. He started Dravida Sangam
in the year 470. So that's the origin. I have never heard of anything before. So that's the origin. And later on, it became well known. Of course, Father Caldwell wrote a book of the comparative grammar of Dravidian languages, which was made known throughout the world. And then came the Justice Party. I am happy that it was mentioned that Dr. Palnivel Thiagarajan, this is the third generation. I had the opportunity to meet all the three generations. As a student, I went and met Mr. P.T. Rajan, who was the president of the Justice Party, who was a minister in the Madras province and also chief minister in 1936. I remember we were meeting when I completed Loyola College and then joining Law College. I went and met him. I always remember his meeting in the Cosmopolitan Club of Madras. Of course, I was very close to his father, Mr. Palnivel Thiagarajan, and we were close to each other. We used to share many things. Unfortunately, we lost him at when he was appointed as a minister. Within a few days, we lost him. I am happy that Dr. Palnivel Thiagarajan has come here as a chief guest, and he has a vast experience, and who was studied in both MIT as well as State University of New York, apart from the Indian NIT. So he has a vast experience in education and also in management. He was working in various companies outside the country, and he is a role model to our youngsters. I am wedded to the idea of alumni. I did intermediate in Woodis College, Vellore. I am the alumni president there even now. I did my bachelor's and master's in economics from Loyola College, Madras, and I am the alumni president of Loyola College, so I have so much interest in the alumni. I am happy that Madurai chapter is the 20th chapter in the country and the 56th chapter in the global level. With Madurai, we are equaling USA. USA has already 20 chapters. India has only 19 chapters. Now with Madurai, India also will have 20 chapters each, and totally it will be 56 chapters. As Kadambari pointed out, we have about 1,100,000 alumni all over the world. They live in 82 countries of the world, and of course the maximum number live in US. It's about 7,000 to 8,000. And there are other countries like Australia, where we have 2 chapters. In Sweden, we have 2 chapters, and increasing number in Singapore, Dubai. Dubai, we have about 700 of them. So it is increasing. I would very much like our alumni to go and shine outside, within India and outside India. And I want them to contribute to the development of the society and the nation. Sometimes I used to travel by train in Germany, and there is no difference between a town, city, or a village, because everything you find everywhere, it is industries. I think we have to take care of that in our country. We are still lagging behind in industrialization. I think it is time now that the VIT alumni, wherever it is possible, and to have their own units, startups, because we encourage them. We have a technology business incubator in Vellore, and now we are going to start in other campuses also, and we will help you in getting into business or industry, because there is a lot of scope in manufacturing, and we can do well. When China can become the manufacturer of the world, why not India? We should compete with them. And also in agriculture, wherever possible, we have to help agriculture, because there also we are lagging behind. Even though we have more cultivable land than China, their production is almost 3 times that of India, their output. So we have to do something to introduce science and technology in agriculture. That's what we want. Our VIT alumni should lead wherever they are, whether it's agriculture, industry, as Shankar pointed out, in activities which will help the poor and the downtrodden in the society. These are my ideas I want to give you, and wherever you are, I'm unable to this today. I should have been there in Madurai. I could not come due to some incident in Vellore. I'll be there. The next time I would like to come and meet all of you, because Madurai is a very important city for us. This is the first chapter in southern part of Tamil Nadu we are opening. I hope very soon we'll have more chapters in the other district of southern India. I thank the chief guest, Dr. Pranivin Thiagarajan, for having accepted our invitation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. As always, you have inspired us, motivated us, and encouraged all of us a lot. And you have done all that is required to push us all forward and meet up to your standards. And I assure you on behalf of VITAA that we will all, as alumni, try to do the best to our country to bring it forward. Thank you very much once again, sir, for joining us online. I now take this opportunity to request our Honorable Minister for Finance and Human Resources Management, Shri Dr. Pranivin Thiagarajan, sir, to deliver the inaugural address.
My well-wisher, mentor, guide, Chancellor Dr. G. Vishwanathan, Vice President Mr. Shankar Vishwanathan, Assistant Vice President Kadambari S. Vishwanathan, the Alumni Affairs Director Dr. Elizabeth Rufus, Core Committee Member Mr. Ajay, the newly appointed office bearers who are present here today, Dr. Siva Prakash and Mr. Chokalingam, alumni, friends, family, Mrs. Shankar Vishwanathan. Welcome to you all. Thank you for inviting me. As always, I was very enlightened and intrigued by some of the facts that the Chancellor made. He's a man who's always thinking at the next level, thinking at the edge. I spent about 30 years of my life outside the country. And so, though I have not had a chance to interact with him that much, every single interaction I learn something new, I get a different perspective. And I'm very grateful that on multiple occasions he goes out of his way to commend my work and to support my progress in the public sphere. I have attended quite a few educational institutions myself, from school to college to university, and you know, we all have these images of ourselves. I spent so much time on campuses and so little time in the real world, so to speak, that I still see myself as relatively young. I mean, I don't think about it consciously, but in my head, I'm still relatively young. And then I was a bit shocked when I realized that such distinguished-looking gentlemen like Dr. Siva Prakash and Mr. Chokalingam are actually one batch behind me in engineering school. So it was a bit of a wake-up call that I'm also at least at the age where I should behave distinguished, even if I don't feel so distinguished myself. But alumni associations are very important for all of us. Just by pure coincidence, right before I came here at my house, which is a few hundred meters from here, I was with some fellow alumni of REC Trichy, my batchmates, Some of them I had not seen in 30, 35 years. I graduated batch of 87, so many of us in those days went overseas. I think something like 2/3 or 3/4 of my REC Trichy class ended up overseas. And because of, different locations, cycles, visits, etc., many of us did not see each other. But it was such a joy to reunite with 6 or 7 of us this evening at my house. And though it was a bit of a coincidence today, these events are very common in my life. I always enjoy attending events or getting together informally with my former classmates. It reminds us who we used to be. It keeps us grounded because, once somebody's seen you as a snot-nosed kid in short trousers, it's very hard for you to put on any airs after that. It's not just nostalgia though. Alumni associations provide so many avenues for improvement of yourself, improvement of your society, improvement of your institution, and it all becomes a virtuous cycle. One of the big secrets of the academic world is that brands exist and are as valuable as Coca-Cola or Kodak or whatever else. And so the longer an institution exists and the more public recognition it gets, it becomes a virtuous cycle where it is able to attract better talent because of its brand name and its reputation. Therefore, it increases the likelihood that the alumni will go on to be successful because the input class was already, better than average, shall I say, in the market, in the pool. And when they do better, they add value back to the name of the brand. When they go out and do well in life, it adds value. So this is, of course, the model for all academic institutions, for all universities, which then begs the question, how do you compete? If you start a college only in 1983 or 84, how do you compete with somebody who's been around 50 years, 100 years? Or in the US for that matter, places like Duke University or NYU, when even as late as the late 80s when I went to the US, were not considered top tier as they are now. So within a 20-30 year period, they've been able to take the brand from mid-tier to top of the heap. These are all conscious strategies that people have employed, and most of these strategies have a big component of an alumni relations network. The alumni not only, are good friends to remember old days and to let your hair down, irrespective of what stage you've reached in life. In fact, I'll go as an anecdote. One of the nicest compliments I ever got in my life. I was a senior managing director at Standard Chartered Bank running a global business, and I happened to be in New York for a day or 36 hours for some transaction. Happened to get a couple of hours off one evening and drove out to New Jersey to meet a REC Trichy classmate of mine. And we spent the evening together, and somewhere in the course of the discussion he said, Tyaga, what I really like about you is you're the same guy I met in 1983. I took that as one of the highest compliments of my life. So these are checks that you can tell who you are, what you've become. Not all of us will have smooth sailing in life. So one of the other benefits of an alumni association is that it provides you a safety network. It provides you a network of friends, associates, connections. If you ever run into trouble or you need somebody to pick up the phone and talk to somebody else, or you need a cross-reference or a recommendation. As many people have spoken here, it's also a way for one to give back to the institution that gave you the start, that gave you the brand. Also to collectively give back to society with a group of like-minded people that you've known for a long time. To give back in organized ways, in more small ways, and to generally provide a measure of continuity in your life. The world has become so interconnected now. Many of us will live and work in many countries, travel a lot, and the feeling of rootlessness sometimes sets in. when you have that much kind of movement. But alumni networks, be they, as the Chancellor said, from his intermediate college onwards, provide you a sense of belonging, and a belonging that is not tied to a location, but to a state of mind and to a community of friends. So I'm very happy to have been invited here today. Just as the Chancellor said, alumni affairs, alumni associations are close to his heart, so are they to mine. I participate actively in many alumni associations, going back all the way to boarding school at least, which I went at the age of 5 or 6 to Uti. And I know that this is a good initiative, manned by able people, both the Vice President, the Assistant Vice President, also the Director of the office. I know we have very distinguished local office bearers here. I'm sure they'll lead the way and build a sense of camaraderie and fellowship. I know that you will go on to have good events, good times, good relationships. I wish you all the best. I think maybe if not this year, because only a few months, at some point you'll win the Best Chapter Award, I'm sure. I wish you that. And I thank you all for coming and for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful message that you have given all of us. And thank you again, especially for sharing your alumni experiences with us. And yes, as you have said, during the COVID time, our alumni network had helped each of them, one another, and they've been really active during this period. And your address has definitely portrayed your humbleness, and it has let us know that we should also follow suit. Thank you, sir, once again. I now request our Vice President and our Assistant Vice President to honor our chief guest. We have one of our alumni from the Salem chapter, the advisor of the VITAA Salem chapter, who wants to give a token to our chief guest and to the Vice President and the Assistant Vice President. He's Mr. Narsimhan, the advisor of VITAA Salem chapter. The office bearers of the VITAA Madurai chapter would like to honor the chief guest and the officials from the VIT. Dr. Siva Prakash is giving a memento to our minister. Mr. Chokkalingam is giving a memento to our Vice President. Dr. Shiva Prakash again giving a memento to our Assistant Vice President. Mr. Chokkalingam is there to give a memento, small memento to Madam Mrs. Ramani Shankar Viswanathan, sir. I now call Mr. Chokkalingam, the Vice President of VITAA Madurai chapter, to deliver the oath of thanks.
On behalf of VIT and VIT Alumni Association, I consider it as a privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Minister for Finance and Human Resource Management, Government of Tamil Nadu, Shri Dr. Palnivel Thiagarajan, for accepting our invitation to inaugurate our VIT chapter in Madurai. Thank you. I thank our beloved Chancellor, Dr. G. Viswanathan sir, who joined us online in spite of his difficulties. I thank respected Vice President, Mr. Shankar Viswanathan sir, and I thank respected and dynamic Assistant Vice President, Ms. Kadambari S. Viswanathan, and I thank respected Madam, Mrs. Shankar Viswanathan. I thank Elizabeth Madam Rufus and her husband Samson for giving for her work in this occasion. I thank VITAA core committee members, Mr. Ajay sir and Mr. Muttalagi ma'am. And I thank TC Ganesh for all her arrangements. Once again, I thank our Meenakshi ma'am, Senior Alumni Association. Once again, I thank press and media and our fellow alumni and Madurai chapter and family members and friends. Once again, I thank you very much for everybody.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. I request the alumni to join us in a group photograph with our officials. Alumni. Our alumni to join here with our officials and the chief guest for a photograph. And after the photograph, you are invited to join us for dinner. kindly join us for dinner in the Vaigai Hall. Thank you all once again for joining us this evening. Thank you very much and wish you all the very best.